This video will be looking at an exam response from component 2 for GCSE PE, which is health and performance. This particular question is a 4-mark response given. Now, as you can see from the question here, this looks at Paula Radcliffe, Team GB, former Team GB marathon runner and world record holder. And here, obviously, we have to explain how carb loading can improve the actual athlete's performance for a long distance event. So similar to what I've done here, the key words have been underlined because we're talking about a marathon runner and we're looking at how carb loading within her diet can actually improve Paula's performance for her long distance event. Now this response is actually structured very well, and this response gains 4 out of 4 marks. So this gains full marks to the actual response. Now, don't get put off by the quantity. There might not be a lot, but the quality is actually very good. So we're going to break this down for you now. If I just sort the pen out in different colours for you there. So we're going to go with a green pen. So 4 marks were gained. Now, the reason being is because this is actually structured very well. So if you look here, the first thing that the candidate does, is they comment on reducing training levels in the days leading up to the competition. So they've said here, carb loading is when an athlete reduces exercise to eat carbohydrates. So then give examples of the carbohydrates and the fact that they reduce the training and carb load 1 to 4 days before the actual event. So that will gain 1 mark. Second mark comes because they then comment on the need to increase the carbohydrate intake. So if you look here, the next sentence says, this is stored for glycogen, which slowly reduces and is released. And obviously this is a good source of energy. So it then talks about the intake and the increase and why it is actually important because it provides more energy. Third point that they make, they talk about maximising the glycogen stores. So as you can see here, carrying on when they said that glycogen stores increase, if you've got here, it says this is a good long distance event as it increases these glycogen stores, meaning that more energy is released for her aerobic respiration. So this is obviously due when she needs more oxygen with her intake. So that is a very good thing there because it comments on maximising the glycogen stores. And the final point that is made is it actually comments on the impact of a marathon runner because it then goes on to state about it actually reducing fatigue. So it then says the importance of actual carb loading because it reduces fatigue and actually lets them go for a longer period of time so they can maximise their actual energy resource provided. That is a 4 out of 4 response on carb loading for component 2, health and performance.